Okay, I'm stupid. What do you say when a friend helps you find something you've been looking for?
Perfect.
That's right. Omar G over on Twitter, thank you so much, dude. This is the second time that you've helped me, and both times with Street Fighter. Look at this thing. It's spectacular. It's already something that I know I'm gonna love because that Ryu was so wonderful. He still is. He was and he is. So now that we've got Ryu and we've got Chun-Li, we're 2 parts of the way to the many parts that they gotta... What? So dumb. So we know on the back of this thing that Fei Long is also available. And then a bunch of these figures are shown off at San Diego Comic-Con. I cannot wait. And one that I really want to see them make is Zangief, right? That wasn't there. I think that would have stood out because he's so gigantic. He's gonna be the best value out of the set. And I wonder if because he's so big that the price will actually be more than 25, maybe 30. And I think that's justified because these things at 25 bucks are absolutely worth it. So let's just shut up about the box and the cost and the all that stuff and take a look at Chun-Li outside of the package. There we go. All right, so boxes go bye-bye. Boxes go bye-bye. Oh man, this is great. I love the backdrop. Of course, we're gonna see the backdrop, but that's just like, there's so much nostalgia in that background of Chun-Li. Chun-Li background of Chun-Li. Now, while I rip this thing from its packaging, you tell me down in the comments which version of Chun-Li is your favorite, okay? And then I'll let you know mine as you're typing that. So start typing it now. Your favorite version of Chun-Li. There's no other version better than this one. Like, it just the best looking, I guess is what you could say. Like, or there, maybe it's the most nostalgic. So mine is 3, 2, 1, this one. Obviously, you have to select that one. That is the best version of Chun-Li, hands down. And I'm hoping that that ends up being a skin in the new Street Fighter. Wouldn't that be great? It's like, we don't even need to review this thing, man. Just take my word right now. You can stop watching it. Please don't stop watching it. But this is worth it. It's spectacular. It's wonderful. Go get it if you can, if you're lucky enough. I mean, I pre-ordered it, but of course these things show up in Target ahead of time. So sometimes you can get it earlier than buying online. And that's what happened today, thanks to Omar. Let's just jump into this thing. So we get a stand, which is gonna be helpful for probably the effect only. Yeah, so there's the hole. And then that way, when you put her foot in whichever spot you want, it's gonna have nice balance. You got these flat hands, which are pretty classic traditional hands for a Chun-Li pose, right? So you gotta have these things. Man, it's so great, I love it. Let's look at this fighting angry face. So checking out the details there, you can kind of tell that there's like it's a print, right? So there's like a dot matrix kind of thing going on to get the color on the face. But of course, it's only that bad when we go up the camera hole. I haven't said that in a while, but the details are really nice and at a normal view. So like something like this, they look exceptional. And for 25 bucks, I mean, good God, it's just stupid. So this is a pliable piece here, so you can't pose them or anything, which is fine, but it would be kind of neat if you could like rotate them to kind of give this like wind blowing effect. And then look at her details. There's like this really good texture going on in the clothing. That's really neat. Not something I would have expected. I thought for sure that it would have just been like a flat plasticky thing, kind of like the belt or sash thing here. But details, man, I mean, good God, for 25 bucks, this is just, they are constantly just showing, you know, collectors that it's possible at this price point. Could you go beyond that and start adding, you know, like line work or something here to help separate the laces? Yeah, but I also don't think it's really necessary because the colors are good. There's some kind of like wash that's going on in here to help create the shadows and stuff to stand out a little bit more than default. Because as we saw with Ryu, whatever you want to call him, I don't care. You can call him whatever you want. But there's this paint is this like wash effect or whatever is going on, and then you have like the white plain plastic there on the inside. But she is also soft in this area, is the same as he is. But it's just like it's pulled right out of the game without giving it this like pixelated game look, which I think is a good thing to do. So let's just jump into the articulation and stuff. So the head, right? So these are fighting characters. and you want to have good range of motion. As you can see, there's a neck joint as well, so it's not just the head, which is great. So you can get some really good range out of Chun-Li here without you know, worrying about the stuff, the collar and things getting in the way. Then you got the arms which go all the way around, no problem. Pretty standard, as expected, no butterfly joints like Ryu has. And then the, let's see, very interesting. So I thought for sure that there would be bicep rotation based on the way it looks, but that doesn't turn at all. Unless for some reason both arms are incredibly tight, which just doesn't line up with the rest of Jada Toys products. So there is rotation here within the sleeve, which probably makes the most sense. I mean, if you really think about it, it just makes the most sense. Now the paint stays there, but you still get, okay, I'm stupid. But you have double jointed elbows, so I'm always a fan of that. Man, you're gonna get some great action out of this figure. And then wrist rotation and a standard hinge on the wrist, which is great. You got this like a torso, upper torso, waist articulation. Look at how much you can get out of that. That's insane. That's like, it's almost too much. You shouldn't be able to get that much out of a figure. And then splits, of course, she's got to be able to do upside down spinning bird kick or whatever it is. Perfect, man. Oh my God. You have what kind of, so this is like a ball style socket hinge. What would you call that? It's like everything you could possibly want in that articulation. Jesus. And then the thigh swivel, which I'd prefer not to have, but oh God, it just shows that you can make some incredible figures and get some incredible poses for just $25. I cannot believe it. You have rotation here at the boot, which is wonderful, and standard ankle articulation. This is going to be kind of probably the most delicate piece on the entire figure because the peg goes through at a frontward angle. Well, I don't know, it's not straight down, so I would really be careful putting the pressure to move that. It's just like, know that the peg is right there in the front of the foot, not the back, because you don't want to pull like too far back here and then cause it to snap. We've seen that on some other figures, some Marvel Legends, TMNT 3, those NECA figures, those are breaking because they're kind of that same way, but like ultra tight. But yeah, this is incredible. Obviously, ooh, this is a little scary. Okay, it was a little tight. That definitely pay attention to that and see if you know, you don't want to break that. But oh my goodness, this is just so good. This is so good. How can you not just instantly want to buy every single one of these figures? 25 bucks, it's the most affordable brand out there right now, and I really hope that they start getting into some other lines. What is a line that you really would love to see Jada Toys make that they aren't already? I mean, Mortal Kombat would make a lot of sense, I think, but if for some reason we could get them to do some Marvel figures because they have the Capcom license, they could do Marvel versus Capcom figures, and we could have the video game versions that just look awesome with special effects and stuff, because you need those effects. I mean, good God, come on. So there you go with Chun-Li. My goodness, this is just a perfect figure. And for her to kick, I guess you'd bend that foot flat and boom, you got it. So now that's it. You got the effect. And then just depending on which spot you want her foot to be in, it works in all of them, which is really cool. So I really like that. So man, it brings back the nostalgia of learning that certain abilities, certain moves exist in the game when you don't have the manual because you only had the cartridge. So you're just like trying these different combinations. Oh, down forward works on somebody. Let me try down forward on somebody else. I mean, good God, Street Fighter, they had so many versions. The new challengers or whatever, world champion, turbo, all kinds of versions of Street Fighter, and I think the movesets kind of changed over time. Did she have the little like key blast or whatever like he does? Did she have that in the very first game? I don't think so. The only thing that would improve this figure really is just having some kind of butterfly joint in the shoulders. And I don't know how they would be able to get away with that, but just to be able to get those arms in a little bit further. But hey, that's just being super picky. This is a perfect figure. There's no question about it. My God. Well, that just makes me really excited for the future of this line. So there's not anything else to say other than go get this thing, pre-order, do whatever you got to. Get Ryu, I don't care what you call him. Chun-Li, I don't know. But listen, we all grew up in different places and we all said it in different ways. I said Ryu, I said Chun-Li. Let's get into posing. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time.